Hardy, favorite country song on B105. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. Good morning. And welcome to Friday. It's TGIF.
TGIF.
Right. It's going to be great. Hey, and we got a chance for you to win cash today on Friday, which is always nice. $1,000 going into the weekend, you know. Get some of those spring projects done.
You could have quite the weekend with that.
You could just blow it. We don't care what you do with it.
Well, we don't want that.
Why not?
Live a little. That's not responsible.
Live a little. We're responsible all week, and we can blow it on the weekends, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, no. That's like what I do with my diet. It's like I'm so good, and then Friday rolls around, I just want to eat everything I see.
Yeah. They call that the seafood diet.
Yeah. Then I'm
B105, it's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren, and we have the B105 Buzz brought to you by East Central Energy, member-owned, homegrown, community-focused since 1936. So, what do you got, Lauren?
Okay, so everybody probably knows this or saw it in the forecast, but we might see our first round of severe-ish weather today in the Duluth area. Nothing crazy. That's going to be more in the middle of Wisconsin. But we are looking at non-severe storms in areas like Hibbing, Grand Marais, and then might see some isolated severe storms in Duluth, Superior. The main times as of right now between 3 and 9 p.m. But some areas might see like an isolated tornado, something like that. So just something to be aware of. Obviously, this is like our first storm of the spring season, so just make sure that you're prepared. You know, you don't want your basement flooding.
Yeah, well, sometimes you can't help it, but do what you can and make sure you get what's off the floor you don't want ruined.
Right. Yeah, learn that lesson every year.
Oh, home ownership, that's
Fun
what it is.
Stuff, yeah.
Coming up May 9th, 10th, it's Minnesota Fishing Opener. It's also the Minnesota Moms Fishing Challenge. And this is where there's a Facebook group. You can see more about it on the DNR. We got a link on the B105 website as well. But you submit a photo of each fish you catch in the Facebook group. All species and sizes are welcome. And then you can win prizes. So you'll be entered into drawing prizes. It doesn't have to do by the size of the fish or whatever, but you have the same chance to win as everybody else even if you catch a fish. So
cute.
Right. So, and then it's a good way not to get in trouble and going fishing on opener when it's Mother's Day. Just bring her along, right?
Yeah.
Love it.
If she wants to go, if that's what she wants to do.
Yeah. Do you like fishing on the boat?
Yeah, I like it. I don't really go with my husband much because he'll go for like 12 hours.
I know.
And I got to go to the bathroom. Like,
I can't just,
I can't just.
I bought for Mother's Day one year. I bought my wife one of those female
like potty
things that's got the thing on it.
I don't want to have to use that 100 times, you know.
She didn't really want to use it either. It wasn't a great gift idea
also,
after all, apparently.
I cramp his style. Like, he would rather go by himself where, he can do his thing rather than me asking, a million questions.
Guy stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, well, that's going on. Fishing opener coming up soon. And hopefully the lakes will all be open by then. We'll have to see. We got Nate Smith coming up next on B105. Fix what you didn't break. Nate Smith on B105. It's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. I got a whole list of Breakfast Club confessions for today at 7:40. Things I did wrong. One of them involves I didn't do anything wrong. It was just awkward when I was replacing the batteries in the vehicles in the back of the Holiday Center here because we had a couple dead batteries, and it's an interesting thing. How do you open a vehicle's hatch when the doors are locked and the battery's dead?
That's a good question. You could have phoned a friend.
I figured it out. I would have
come up there and let you out if you had said something nice.
No, there's no way to open it because it's locked. There's no way to open it.
I couldn't have broken in another way?
Well, it involved a couple screwdrivers, popping a panel,
I can do that.
Army crawling my way through.
Whatever.
Spilling out the back of the RAV4. Lots of choice words. We got it done, though.
And you were by yourself?
Well, there was other people there were our street friends out there, as we like to call them, So they got quite the show.
But, what a day. Yeah, I have a lot from my concert weekend.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll recap that. Well, I'm sure there was. So this is the weekend. Riley Green is going to be on Marshalls.
Yep. So we're going to talk more about that actually in Lauren's Country Lowdown because they just released the first clip
of him acting. Oh, they actually have a clip from it now?
Yeah, 90 seconds. There's a lot of gazing. There's a lot of...
Well, that's what he does, right?
There's a lot of dead air between.
I think a lot of
him
silence
and the other character. Yeah,
I think he likes to be. I think he's kind of getting into the mysterious man of few words type look.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the less you say, the more mysterious you are. Because if you use a blabbermouth and you talk all the time, then people aren't guessing. They're just like, shut up. Maybe I know something about that. But no, this is Riley Green, the silent, mysterious type.
Yeah, so we'll talk more about that coming up.
Okay, sounds good. We'll have that from Lauren's Country Lowdown. We'll look at your weather forecast for this weekend if you want to look at it. And coming up next, B105. You know, man, you mentioned how you hurt your voice the other day. I lost my voice for probably about a half an hour yesterday because I ordered, next week's Get Downtown week. Damn, why didn't I save the money for next week? Oh, whatever.
I know I love Get Downtown week.
Yeah, because they got a bunch of restaurants and deals and stuff. And I went across the street. I was starving and I didn't pack a lunch. And I've been craving queso de birria tacos or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I went to Emiliano's. Right?
Yeah, I've never been, but I always want to go because I always am craving Mexican food. But I pack a lunch every day.
Well, that's responsible of you. You should pack me one, too. Or have your husband
pack me one. You're on your own.
Okay, I know that's the problem. It's always been that way. Well, never had anybody pack me a lunch before, except my mom. I was back, and I'm thinking, stay on target. Okay, so they gave me 2 types of sauces, and they said there are 2 different types of spicy salsas. And I was like, well, you know me, I'm not going to eat spicy salsa. But then it was sitting there, and I thought, well, I should try a bite. You know, just a little bite. Yeah. So I tried a little bite of it, and it was hot. Tijuana hot. That's
I think you need the anti-hot salsa. You need
Pepto.
Sweet salsa because
no. It was really good, but then I lost my voice for a bit because my throat started coating up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was a little tough.
Happens.
Yeah. B105, Lauren's Country Lowdown. What's up?
Okay, so we're going to talk about Riley Green in a minute. Actually, I'll start with that because we were just talking about it. So he's going to be on the Marshalls this weekend. Now, when he first shared that he was going to be on the show, he said he was going to be like in episode 4 or something. Well, this is episode 8. So that's interesting. But anyways, he plays Garrett, a former Navy SEAL, and now we have a first clip. 90 seconds, like I said, a lot of him gazing into the distance, kind of. But the description for the episode says, the Marshals go manhunting after receiving a tip that a dangerous fugitive is on the loose. Casey and Cal struggle to reckon with their time at war when a former SEAL brother drifts back into their lives as they hunt a vicious enemy.
So he's joining them as they hunt the enemy?
Yeah, I guess so. And I do kind of love how this came together because I guess Luke Grimes, who's the main character, he and Riley met at Jamie Johnson's wedding. Riley's like, I want to get into acting. The show was just an idea at that point. They wrote a part for Riley. He still had to audition, all that, but it just worked out. So we'll see if he's a good actor.
Yeah, I didn't know that Riley Green and Jamie Johnson were as close as they were, but they are.
Yeah, they are. So
see a lot of videos of them pranking around and stuff like that. But okay, so Marshall's this weekend.
So if you want to see a little sneak peek, you can go to b105country.com, and then he also has a new song out today called My Way. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, might have to watch Marshall's, but then you have to watch like every other spinoff, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot.
That's the problem with that. I love Taylor Sheridan and stuff. Yeah. It's great, but it's just I get pulled. It's so many shows. It's like I can't focus on one.
Yeah, I agree. It's a lot. I haven't even watched the Donnie Wahlberg's new show. That's how you know.
Oh, Boston Blue.
I've only seen one episode, and I was like,
yeah, I started watching it, and I went, this is.
I know. Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Ella Langley because she has broken another record. So she's now the first female country artist ever to hold the top 2 streaming songs on the Billboard chart. So Choosing Texas just spent its 7th week at number 1 on the streaming songs chart. 27 million streams just last week. Be Her went from number 7 to number 2 with 15 million streams. So now she holds the first and the second. So she's the first female artist in the history of Billboard streaming songs chart to do that. Just the 8th woman ever. So she's killing it in country, killing it just all genre as well. Now, the last country artist, because there's only ever been 2, Ella and Morgan, was Morgan Wallen with Just In Case and What I Want from his last album. So she's expected to remain at number 1 for a 7th week on the Hot 100. So she's just going to keep breaking all these records. It's really hard to keep track of all of them that she's broken so far. But now she's taking over the streaming songs chart. So
you know what I think was interesting is I saw because I see everything for Ella Langley, and I saw that she's headlining a show in October, and opening for her is Shabuzi and Cole Wetzel, and then Max McDonald. I thought, wow, she just like shot right past all those.
Yeah, she just like went over them. Yeah,
leapfrogged them. Right?
I respect it. Would you feel weird if you had to do that?
Like what if I had to let her open for me? Or if I was the one that was...
If you were the one that was
a rising star.
just jumped over and you were headlining.
I don't know. You get a lot of people that, you got to, the faster you rise, sometimes the faster you fall. But I don't think so. I think she's around to stay.
Yeah.
So good for her.
Fast.
You know what they say? Another saying, two birds in the bush is better than cooking the chicken.
I have no clue what in the world that means. No. Wait. Actually, I'm not going to Google it.
How does that go? No. A bird in your hand is better than two birds in the bush. That's one of them, right? And then
what does that mean?
That means
that literally makes no sense.
It means if you already got something, don't lose that to go for something even more. When you already got, it's better to have something that you already have than two. You ever heard that one?
That's not good advice.
Yeah, it is.
So you just should stay comfortable
in some situations.
Okay.
See, we got to go over these, and then loose.
Be careful there.
Yeah, I know. I got to be really careful. I almost said loose hips. That's not what I meant. Loose lips sink ships. You know that one?
Yeah, that's an easy one. I don't even know what. I think I know what that means. Two
birds with one stone. You know what that one means?
Yeah.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I obviously know what that one means.
Well, it's two birds in the bush are better than one bird in the hand. That makes no sense.
I'm going to stick to the ones I know.
Too many cooks in the kitchen. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Or, I don't know. I've never really been good at these sayings. Yeah, they still try, years later.
Never give up.
Still
never
trying.
Give up, yeah.
Right. Never give up. Hashtag moments. Okay. 7:10 laugh off coming up here. And then also we got Breakfast Club Confessions next hour. We're going to do Tom's Taste of Chicago Pizza too.
Yes, we are.
Half a minute to win it. Next on B105. B105 with the 7:10 laugh off. Want me to go first?
Sure.
Told my girlfriend I have a half brother living in Australia. She was like, different dads? And I said, no, it was a shark attack. Half brother.
That's awful. That's terrible.
Well, it's a joke. It's not real.
Well, shark attacks are real. Hey, there's a new Netflix movie about sharks.
Trash?
Yeah, I really want to watch it. It's been like number one for a long time.
Is that like they get a flood and then sharks come in and they...
I think so. And then also there's another one. I tried to watch it, but it was subtitles. Might go back and try it, but it was like Shark in Paris or something, or like Shark Under Paris.
Wow.
Sometimes you're just, in the mood to watch a shark movie. Okay.
Sure, okay, yeah.
But not make shark jokes.
Sorry, I was way out of line.
All right. I had a job interview the other day. They asked me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I said, well, I think I'll still be using a mirror in 5 years.
Okay. That's cute.
That was cute.
Yeah. All right. This is from Rebecca.
How do you find your mosquito bites? Start from scratch.
It's almost mosquito season, too.
I know.
Be wary. That's one nice thing about a cold spring is it keeps the mosquitoes away, but
right.
They're going to come out in force with all this moisture that we got.
Yeah, they always do.
And ticks, too. Get ready for it. I'll take it, though, if it means we warm up. That's your 7:10 laugh off here on B105. We've got half a minute to win it with Tom's Taste of Chicago coming up next. Morgan Wall and I Got Better on B105. It is the Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren at 7:23. Let's play half a minute to win it to win some Tom's Taste of Chicago. Get a large pizza from Tom's Taste of Chicago. So
just in time for the weekend.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, perfect. You don't worry about cooking. All right, 727 B105 right now. Call to play with half a minute to win it, and you'll win with Tom's Taste of Chicago. Mm-hmm. If you get it right, of course. Post Malone right now on B105. Okay, let's play half a minute to win it. Let's wrap this up here. B105. Let's see where we're going to the phone to play with Tom's Taste of Chicago.
Yum.
Today, let's see what we got. Hello, B105. Who's this?
Alyssa.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. You like pizza?
Love it.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like pizza?
If you didn't, I'd question you. Yeah. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Make this kind of generic. You're going to have to, you got 30 seconds. You got to name 4 types of cheese, 4 different kinds of cheese. Because, cheese is a big part of pizza. But it could be any type of cheese, okay?
All right.
All right. Ready, set, 4 types of cheese, go.
Pepper jack, mozzarella, string, and queso.
Ooh.
What was the third one you said, just out of curiosity?
Was it brie?
String cheese.
String cheese, okay.
Oh, that's mozzarella, isn't it?
It can be different
cheddar.
kinds. But
yeah, that's fine.
Counts.
They do have a cheddar string cheese I've seen, The one that comes in the tube with a meat stick next to it. That's
a tube.
Yeah, a tube of meat, right?
Great.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now I want a Slim Jim.
What else is new? I think I have one.
What else is new?
Well, your thing is a diet. No, your thing is a Diet Mountain Dew and a beef stick. That's like your go-to snack.
Wow, I didn't realize there's such a Slim Jim over here kind of guy.
You love a beef stick.
I know. I like the Jack Link's ones because they're a little bit less greasy.
Yeah,
Slim Jims can be pretty greasy.
They're good though.
You like Slim Jims?
Yeah, I try not to think about what's like in them, but yeah.
I'm surprised by that.
I like beef sticks.
Wow.
I used to have them in my snack drawer for a while.
I know. One time I fed my daughter dinner out of your snack drawer. It was a long story.
Yes.
We were going to the concert and everywhere was busy. Mm-hmm. It was a real thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. She had Doritos and then some popcorn and some beef sticks from Lauren's snack drawer. So it worked out in a pinch, right? Yeah. 7:34 B105. So I can start if you'd like.
Okay.
So we got two kids that go through. Well, one's an adult now.
Yeah, not a kid.
Yeah, I know. But they go through the food. It is amazing how much they eat. And snacks. Like, we'll buy a thing of snacks and they're gone the next day. Like, for example, the other day I bought oatmeal cream pies. Because I like those little Debbie ones. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's one of their favorite snacks. And I think there's 10 of them in a box.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. Anyway, bought them. Not kidding. Later that day, there's 2 of them left in there. Yeah. So that means if they split it up, each of them had 4 of them in just a few hours. I mean, that's not healthy.
That's not going to end. Well, that's also just not going to end well.
Right. So then my wife pulls out the box and she looks at me and she goes, "Who took all the oatmeal cream pies?" I'm like, "Don't look at me. I never eat them." And I'm like, I know which kid did it. Mm-hmm. So we brought the kids down here and call them out on the carpet, right? And we go, "Okay, who did that?" And then my daughter goes, "Well, I only had 2." And then Zach goes, I only had 2 or whatever. Well, there's still 2 missing then. Someone's lying, right?
Yeah.
So they go upstairs, whatever. Just trying to figure out who's because it's not healthy to eat that much, right?
Right.
So then I hid the oatmeal cream pies. What was left.
I get that.
Right. Yeah. Not for me, just because I don't want them to eat it all.
Because that's going to end with them getting sick.
Right. So the next day, I forgot that I hid them.
That checks out.
And my daughter she goes to me, she goes, "What happened to the other 2 oatmeal cream pies?" I'm like, "Oh my God, one of you guys ate those? How did you find them?" Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't believe you guys ate all that. Well, we're going to have to get back to that. And then she called her brother down and cut this huge thing about oatmeal cream pies. And I'm like, somebody's lying to me. And then they went off to school or whatever. I mean, it wasn't a huge deal or whatever. I got back home and I looked and it was like above the oven and a cabinet. I'm like, oh, there they are.
Wow.
They're still there. I didn't tell them that I hid them.
Sometimes you do have to hide food. Like I know my mom hides things from my dad as well because he'll eat a full box of something. I'll ask my husband to hide something. And then sometimes I hide things from my husband because he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I don't want that." Like I bought Girl Scout cookies and he's like, "Oh, you got by the Girl Scouts." And then the next morning there was 2 left. And I'm like, I thought that I shouldn't have bought those Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, then you ate them all, right?
Yeah. Right. Well, I'll make mine short and sweet. This probably isn't... don't do this at home, kids, okay? But I went, obviously to Ames, Iowa. Very interesting place over the weekend. Super fun. But Friday night we went out. And small town life, we're talking to the bartender. She's our age. And we're like, yeah, what's the Uber situation like? Because we didn't want to deal with stadium traffic. And it's quite a ways from Des Moines to Ames. She's like, well, my dad drives country artists that, come to Des Moines. So I'm sure if, he wanted to make some money, he would drive you guys. I'm like, okay, we'll pay him $150. That's, because Ubers are going to be so much money. So she was totally normal, great, got her phone number and everything. And then the next day she's like, my whole family's going to the show. So they said they'll just pick you up. And we're like, okay, that's safe. It's a whole family. So they rolled up in this 16-passenger van. And we rode with them to the concert. It was really fun. We tailgated with them.
Really? What's a confession?
They know some people. Well, it's just that's the one thing you're not supposed to do in life,
Well, you had your husband with you, right?
Yeah, and my friend Johnny.
Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah,
it's small town. There's not
Yeah, and then on the way home, they were like taking back roads, and they're like, "You probably think this is creepy now." And I was like, "No, I can." And they were like the sweetest, nicest people ever. But I'm like, this is like the one thing.
She's looking in the back seat. Is there a shovel? Is there?
This is like the one
duct
thing.
tape? Is there...
I think what they weren't prepared for was like how much of a Luke Combs super fan that I was.
Probably,
you know,
yeah.
So that was probably the biggest shock.
That's probably a shocker. Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the one thing you're not supposed to do in life. But I
Get
did
into
it.
a stranger's van.
I did tell my parents. I was like, "Hey, I got into a stranger's van," and my dad just shakes his head.
Nice. Well, one
They
way
were
to
so
do it.
nice.
Well, yeah, it worked out.
Yeah. So
Don't do this at home, kids.
Do not do this at home. Do not do this at home.
Candy, get in the van. And, hey, we're going to Luke Combs' concert. Get in the van, Lord. Okay.
That is what would give me. But,
Checks out,
Yeah,
right?
I know. Okay,
Right.
but don't do that at home.
Breakfast Club Confessions here on B105. Jason Aldean, how far does a goodbye go? B105, it's Breakfast Club. Ken and Lauren, it's 7:53, Lauren's Country Lowdown.
Okay, so yesterday, Cody Johnson, he announced a new album, which he'd been teasing. We talked about it earlier in the week. So Banks of Trinity comes out June 26th. He said that when he first heard the title track, it took him back to his childhood, took him back to Texas, where he grew up on the river, and then the cover photo is a grocery store where he says he used to ride his bike to when he was growing up.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so...
Very personal.
Yeah, so the first song off the album is out right now. It's called I Want You. He is performing at the ACMs next month. We don't know what he's performing, so I'm guessing it is this song because it wasn't announced when Cody was announced as a performer because he still hadn't announced his album. So we will see, but I think it's going to be good because, I mean, every album he puts out is good.
Yeah. All right. We're looking forward to it.
So Riley Green has a song out today called My Way, and I just learned, which maybe it was assumed, but that's going to actually be featured on the Marshalls because he's making, or at Marshalls, not the Marshalls. Marshalls, he's making his acting debut in that this weekend. So the song is going to be featured on the show. The original trailer that I think it was like the first trailer that ever came out for the show was him singing by a campfire. In the clip that they shared ahead of his debut, he has a guitar when he arrives. So, I was
you can
wondering,
see him walking up to them with it.
So of course he's like a Navy SEAL, a good singer, all these things in the show. But excited about that.
Only thing, if you're a Navy SEAL, how do you find time to learn the guitar?
That's my thing.
You
It's
know
just
what I mean?
like, save some talent for the rest of us, you know? I am not a Navy SEAL, so I can't say, but I feel like, time would be tight. But
You were really not a Navy SEAL, huh?
I'm not a Navy SEAL.
I thought you put that on your resume.
I know. I give off that impression.
Right.
Can't do one push-up, but that's okay. Reba has a song out today called One Night in Tulsa. Lainey Wilson has a song out with Miley Cyrus called Younger You. She used to be a Hannah Montana impersonator. And Miley just released a song in honor of the 20th anniversary of the show. So now her and Lainey have teamed up. Ashley McBride has a new song out called Lines in the Carpet. And then there's a bunch more. Lauren Elena, Corey Kent, Ernest, Casey Musgraves, Middle of Nowhere. She released that today. So lots to listen to over the weekend.
Yeah, a lot of new music out there. All right, get
Yeah.
started on it.
We'll leave it at that.
Well, thank you, Lauren. Lauren's Country Lowdown. B105, it's a Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren and Andy from Tortoise and Hare. Hi, Andy.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah. You've been, we were just talking about, I can finally take my new Brooks I got a couple weeks ago. I can finally take them out and start wearing them because it's not so snowy and slushy and muddy out, you know?
Yeah, it's, I've finally been able to get out. The Munger Trail is cleared up behind my house, so I've gone on both. My dogs take me walking every day.
Yeah, right. That's
I'm
how
very
it is.
lucky.
Yep.
And so I'm back there a lot, but I've also gotten to, throw on some new running shoes and open it up a little bit back there. And yeah, it's a good time of year to start moving around.
What kind of dogs you got?
I've got a little miniature pinscher, Oscar.
Okay.
He's 16.
So cute.
And
He's 16 years old.
16, yeah, he just got his driver's license.
Okay.
And,
So he's going to drive you around too.
yes.
All
He picks on everyone in the house. He rules.
Yeah, those
It's
many
his
people
house,
do,
really,
yeah.
is what it is.
And then we've got a terrier mix. His name's Kenny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
do you name
wow.
him after Ken?
yes, Ken Jr.
Right, yeah, perfect. Okay, well, Tortoise and Hare, a busy time of year. People are getting out, right?
Yeah, and I get asked this question a lot. Like, do we have a seasonal sale or anything? The short answer to that is no, not really. But also, there's always things that are getting updated. Like, these brands make a dozen different models of shoes, and they can't produce all of them at the same time. So when a new model or when a new version of a certain model comes out, those old styles go on sale. So there's kind of a rotating cast of things being marked down at our store. So, whenever you come in the door, we're going to have things that are over a year old in our store that we need to get rid of, and they're marked down, they're out front, and we have a clearance section as well. So
I think your dad told me back in the day, Jim, he was saying that we don't want to have a pair of shoes celebrate a birthday on the wall.
Correct. No shoe birthdays.
Yeah, right. So that's you get them out.
Yeah, and then, like I said, they all get the annual update. So was the Brooks Ghost, the best-selling running shoe in the U.S. the last 15 years, is the new model of that is coming out May 1st. So all the Brooks Ghost 17s are on sale. So that's just one example of many, many things that are kind of constantly getting the boot out the door.
Nice pun.
I like
nice
it.
job. Yeah. And that's the other thing too, is you get your members or you get your rewards program. Because if you how's it you spend $300?
Yeah. So basically, always a deal on whatever you purchase. Because when you buy things at retail price, every time you hit $300, you get $30 off. So that's a 10% deal, and you hit that basically every other pair of shoes at our store. So a really good advantage of being a Tortoise and Hare customer.
And you write down your purchase history and stuff like that, because I always forget, and you're like, oh, well, you bought these, it helps, because I can't remember what I've purchased in the past.
We see a lot of that, and people just having a little confusion about sizes, lengths, and widths, and we have a record of it all and exactly the style that you bought last time, or what your wife, husband, brother, mother, whoever, if you're shopping as if you're gift shopping, we can look up what people have bought from us before.
So like for Father's Day coming up, if Lauren wanted to get me a new pair
Mother's
of shoes.
Day first, don't forget that, Ken.
I know, but I'm talking about me right now.
Yes, I'm going to give you a Father's Day gift.
She can get me a Father's Day.
That's not weird at all.
All right.
Okay.
But I can get my wife a new pair of shoes for Mother's Day.
Absolutely.
Now I put that out in the universe.
You're good.
Well, that's coming up real soon. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder. Yeah.
My mom has been dropping hints at what she wants, so that's what reminded me.
Oh, nice.
Bruno Mars t-shirt.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's an idea for you. And Tortoise and Hare Footwear, you guys are online. Got a great website. You can shop right there, but of course you can come in on Grand Avenue. Right?
Yep. We are located in West Duluth, right on the corner of 40th Avenue West and Grand. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 7. Saturdays are 9 to 5. Sundays are noon to 4. Follow our social medias. We're on Facebook and Instagram. We do a lot of fun events. We had a run club last night at Blacklist. We demoed a newer brand called Mount to Coast. The rep brought some shoes up for people to put on and run on the lake walk with. So that's fun when we do stuff like that. And more information, of course, for all this, tortoiseharefootwear.com.
Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Andy. Tortoise and Hare Footwear, 8:15 on the Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. Dylan Marlowe, Dylan Scott, a couple of Dylans here, B105. We got Ben here. We got Lauren. We got a whole crew. How's it going?
Not too bad. How about yourselves?
Doing great.
Not bad.
Happy Friday.
Yeah, it's nice.
Happy Friday.
When you come in, I think it's Thursday, and I get all kind of thrown off. But you're here a day late.
Yep, I appreciate that.
A day late, $1
I appreciate
short.
the flexibility. I texted Lauren yesterday morning. Was just running a little behind. I said, hey, instead of going on really late, let's just see if we can do this thing tomorrow. And here we are to brighten your Friday morning.
Kick it off.
That's
all about.
Yeah, that's right. What's going on at Mainstream?
It's just been kind of a fun week transitioning into springtime because, as yesterday showed, we are, in fact, we're there. We're there. So we're very excited about that. And a lot of folks have been coming in and we've been selling tons of golf attire and people, I think, with these rose-colored glasses about how nice the weather is going to be. And so we've just been having a lot of fun selling all this new spring and summer oriented merchandise. It's been great.
I'm looking up at the Johnny O stuff right now.
I'm a little worried you said it's here because that's the one thing we're not supposed to just say out loud.
Can we just manifest this though?
Let's just pretend.
Can we just do that? It'll be fine.
I just feel like that's a risk. But either way,
they got some golf courses opening up.
I heard.
We want to be prepared when spring does get
here.
If it's here today, whatever.
Yep. Or if you have to wait a little while, it doesn't matter. At least you can have the clothes and you can look good when it is actually 100% here. But it's been really fun. And then we've been booking a ton of weddings. So I've been telling a lot of the wedding parties, whether it's August, September, October, or even a little bit earlier, and maybe you're behind the 8 ball a little bit, come on down as soon as you can so we can show you all the different options that we've got to outfit you, your groomsmen, grandma, grandpa, whatever. It doesn't matter. We got you all covered. So come on down.
Bring your grandpa.
Exactly. Yeah, do it to it, and we'll make sure you're well taken care of. But we typically say for wedding parties, we want to have at least 8 weeks to make sure everything's ready to rock and roll. But we have been doing this an awful long time, so we can always make things happen on a little bit shorter notice.
But don't procrastinate.
This is your get out of jail free card.
That is cutting it way too close.
And when I tell a lot of brides that's the response that I get is that it's crazy to think that you can
say
do
it so many times, but it doesn't marinate in the brain. No, it doesn't.
So don't procrastinate. You know you're getting married. Come on down, see us. Make sure that you've got plenty of time so you don't have a nervous fiance.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've been over here looking at a quarter zip up from
Johnny O.
I like quarter zips.
I found a lot of things on here. And then what I like about it is I went to the Johnny O, because you carry Johnny O now. I go to the website and they tell you what size the model is.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, this model is 6 feet tall, 175 pounds.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
he's a medium.
Yeah.
But then I knew, he's a medium.
Exactly.
Right.
I like that visualization because, when you're ordering something or whatever.
They should make a sliding scale so you can adjust the weight, and go up. It's like, that's what I would look like in it.
Write that down. That's not a bad idea.
Negativity.
I got great ideas. I just don't ever implement them.
Well, you know what? Maybe today's the day, Ken.
Yeah, well,
I feel like a Monday would be better.
That's probably true. Started off.
I'm no good on Mondays. You know that. Right. Hey, Ben, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Betcha. Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week. Mainstream Fashions for Men, 828 on the Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. B105, it's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. Going to get in the 50s today, right?
Yep, 59. So let's round up to 60. Storms, very, very likely. It says 100% chance.
Holy cow.
That's the National Weather Service of Duluth. So also I want to tell you, I don't know if you're going to be proud of me or mad at me.
I just feel like a parent here.
I got Project Hail Mary from the library yesterday. I know you said audiobook, but I got the email that was like, the book is in. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try the book.
I think after seeing the movie and reading the book, one of two things could happen is that it could help you understand more about what the story, because there's a lot more in the book about the story.
Right. Mm-hmm.
The movie did a really good job.
Yeah.
Of it. Or you're going to get bored to death from the science of it, reading it. I don't know, because I've never read it. I only listened to it.
Right.
There's a lot of...
I had to wait like a long time. I think I was like 60th in line. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go pick it up. I'm going to try. And
well, if you don't try and you can't get, if you want the audiobook, I can gift you one, because I forgot to cancel my Audible, and I've got a bunch of credits.
Okay.
Because you know me, I forgot to cancel my Audible, and I feel
like I need to be like your life manager.
You don't even want to see what's happening.
I'd have to get paid though.
No, that's the problem. Is like, first you got to find the money in there. That's your first job, right? Thomas Red, B105, it's Breakfast Club with Ken and Lauren. This is an interesting story. It comes out of Minneapolis. This is a TikTok influencer, has 10 million followers. I never heard about this, but I'm not on TikTok that much.
Okay.
I see TikTok shared on other things.
I never go on TikTok. Then you're just like in a rabbit hole.
Yeah, you keep scrolling. So, do you know where Pig's Eye Park is? Isn't that in St. Paul?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, St. Paul's Park and Recreation. Anyway, this TikTok influencer has been banned from all the parks and property for 180 days because the city says he routinely went to Pig's Eye Park to harass, record, and profit from vulnerable adults. So basically, he's known for these philanthropic-themed videos in which he gives away free items to homeless people at the park. According to the city's ban letter, the influencer has continued to cause disruption to the peace and the orderly operation to the park. So 180 days he has been banned from the park. So I got to check out these TikTok videos, see what he's doing. Because, I've always had a problem with this when I just think it's in bad taste when, I agree. Like when Mr. Beast or something, will go out, and I don't think he's a bad guy. I'm not, but like when I'll go out and have people do things for like thousands of dollars to see if they'll do this or they'll compete for, or like just waving money around. I don't like that.
Yeah, and I think like if you're filming, maybe like the homeless, it's like that's just that's just like inhumane in my opinion. I don't, and even if you're not like doing anything, maybe even if you're doing, something good or whatever, it's just like I don't think we need to film everything either,
That's just how it is these days.
I know. Like I think we need to put our phones down. Right. Let's not film. But yeah, the scary thing about TikTok is people do things good and bad for TikTok.
Yeah, just to get views.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, really, is that necessary? So anyway, that's going on in Minneapolis or St. Paul, Twin Cities.
Yikes.
ASTP had the story on it, but I haven't checked out the influence. I haven't seen them. But I'm going to look. B105, happy Friday, Lauren. What do we got today for Some Angel?
Okay, so I have two different stories, but I'm going to go with the first one because you were just in Alaska, right?
In August, yeah.
Yeah. So this story, and I think like similar things have happened here, but the Coast Guard rescued a hunting party that was trapped on ice for 2 days. So there were 4 hunters, including a child. They were rescued by the Coast Guard. They'd been stranded for more than 24 hours on a piece of drifting ice. This happened near Chafornac.
Here.
Yeah, exactly. So they located the group in very challenging weather conditions, brought them back to the village with no reported injuries. Now, the Coast Guard says it's one of the most challenging rescues they've ever done. And they had a bunch of different ways to communicate, thankfully, with this group of people. But
how do they do that?
But I do just wonder, like, how this happens. And, like, are these people... Because, yes, it's happened here, but, like, was that a risk and they knew that and they went anyways? Because then it's like, okay, now you're just, risking your life.
Oh, so they were on a boat.
Yeah.
And then the boat got caught in the ice flow. And then I think when it's in, what's that, Chafornac? Where is
that's
that
how I pronounced it.
Chafornac, Alaska? I'm going to look this up because that's got to be remote, right?
Yeah, it has to be. Well, because it said that
hunting.
they went back to the village.
Yeah.
So obviously not
Google
like
Earth to find it for crying out loud.
Yeah, that's scary. Even if you're on a boat, that's scary.
Oh, yeah, that's like way up in the Arctic Circle. That's way up there.
Well, that's like my point is that you should probably be very skilled if you're going to go do that.
Well, I'm sure sometimes stuff happens.
Stuff does happen, yeah.
At least the Coast Guard was able to get there. Yeah, we had that happen, people fishing out in Lake Superior, all of a sudden the wind switches, and next thing you know, they're floating out to Michigan. You got to be careful.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I don't do that. Seal hunting.
No, don't do that.
It's part of the tradition up there.
Seal. Not a cute little seal.
That's part of the tradition up there, Lauren? So
yeah.
Okay, it's got dark.
Save the seals.
All right. B105, we'll see you later. Joe's coming in next. We'll have your next code for you at 10:20. Have a terrific weekend. Be back